Hello, Coven. So, welcome. You see what the thumbnail, the title is. We are getting into Mercury retrograde. Mercury will be retrograde from the 18th of July all the way until August 11th. And girl, when Mercury goes retrograde, things just get a little kerfuffly. So how this is going to work right away is part one of this reading. It'll be a tarot reading. Will be here on YouTube. Boom, gang, gang, gang. Part two of the reading, if you want the full reading, will be over on Patreon. So head on over to thebaristaswitch.com and subscribe at the $5 level. There's already so many goodies there. I'm also running a special where the first 15 people for the month of July to sign up get a free 15-minute reading. Already 9 people have signed up. There's only 4 spots left. So if you want it, go get it. And then after those 15 spots fill up, you'll be entered in an ongoing raffle where every month I will choose one person who's already subscribed and give you a free 15-minute reading. But there's tons of goodies over there. I'm starting a book cult as well on this channel, as you will see. And a lot of those videos will also be over on Patreon. There's just tons of things. There is also a PDF breakdown of this Mercury retrograde transit over on Patreon, and I'm looking at it. This is, I mean, I made it. It's stunning, beautiful, gorgeous. It's incredible. But I give you a breakdown of what retrograde means, what this specific Mercury retrograde means, and then also what it means based on your rising sign. So specific to you, because sure, Mercury is retrograde, but how does it affect you? How does it affect me? Like, what's going to happen? For example, if you're a rising Cancer, that means Mercury is going retrograde in your first house of how you present, your personality. Like, so it's super, super important. So head on over patreon.com/thebaristawitch. Hello, it is editing Misha here. So my YouTube coven, I forgot to tell you that if you want the Mercury retrograde PDF and you're like, oh, I don't feel like subscribing to Patreon right now, which you should, it is on my website for literally $1. One doll hair. It is a digital download. Go to thebaristawitch.com. It's also linked in the description of this video, and you can get it for one doll hair. $1. Boom. Boom. Okay, bye. And just before we get started with our tarot portion of the video, just want to give you a little breakdown. So retrograde is when a planet appears to move backwards as observed from Earth. And retrogression is a time for us to slow down, reflect, reframe, revisit, revise, all of these redo type actions. That is what retrograde calls us to do, specifically Mercury retrograde. We are called into a period of reassessing, reimagining the areas of our life ruled by the planet. So that's why it's important to know where the transit is happening, where Mercury is when you're born, and what houses it owns, meaning in your natal chart, where's Mercury, where's Gemini, and where's Virgo. And if you want, head over to thebaristaswitch.com and book a reading and see if, you know, any of those appeal to you. I have a aligned and ambitious reading, which is all about your career. I have a love forecast. There's all sorts of goodies over there. So head on over. Also, this is told from the perspective of Jyotish or Vedic astrology. So I will be using the sidereal zodiac. So if you're a Western girly and you're like, what are you talking about, Mercury? I'm doing it from the POV of Jyotish. So with that being said, some of the key things that we can see from Mercury retrograde is communication challenges. So being misunderstood, maybe like you're getting into conflict with someone and you're just not able to see eye to eye. Personally, I experienced this the other day where I was in conflict with someone. I just kept saying, I feel so misunderstood. I feel so misunderstood. So that's definitely number one. Please excuse me, I have a little bit of sniffles. And in true Mercury retrograde fashion, I'm re-recording this because the audio wasn't there the first time. So we're just doing it because guess what? Mercury retrograde means technology glitches. Yeah. Emails don't send, websites don't load, your text message just doesn't go through. Technology glitches, okay? Revisiting the past. So maybe an ex circles back. I feel like Mercury retrograde exes always come the back. Rack it up. Tag me in the comments as to how many people in your life have already come circling back like a boomerang, okay? This is also a time to review plans. So maybe not necessarily sign new contracts or new leases, not unless they were already in motion before Mercury went retrograde, but perfect time to just renew, reassess, get into things. If you're a writer, go back and look at those old chapters that you've written and see how you can refresh them rather than write something new. things like that. Expect travel delays. If you are traveling, leave 20 to 30 minutes earlier. Double check that your flight is on time. Double check you have your ticket. It's, you know, in your wallet or whatever. Maybe you print out the physical ticket, double check the times that you have to go. There may be traffic delays. There may be roadblocks. The other day, literally yesterday, Mercury went retrograde yesterday, and I was just trying to go get matcha from this place around the corner. Tell me why. Traffic delay, literally one road was completely blocked off. Okay, cool. We take a detour, another road was blocked off. Okay, cool. Like, just so many delays for no reason. So if you have any travel plans, genuinely just give yourself a bigger window than what you think. Especially, I have noticed that if you are born and Mercury is retrograde in your birth chart, I've noticed that those individuals, y'all tend to feel the retrograde a little bit more than most of us. So take heed with that. So if you want more of that, all of this is over on patreon.com/thebaristawitch, along with the part 2 to this video, the PDF guide, which I have made for y'all. It is so beautiful and I hope you like it. I hope it helps you. So head on over, subscribe at the $5 level. And now, enough of me yapping, but I did a mini poll at the coven and I was told that y'all like it when we're one-on-one, we're chit-chatting, and then the rest of the video will be overhead for the rest of the spread. So we're gonna do it like this, where I'm gonna be showing you the cards and then I'll do an overhead of what the spread is. And then part 2, the rest of the spread will be over on Patreon. So let's get into it first to see exactly how this Mercury retrograde shall affect us. Ooh, two cards have fallen out. Period. So we have the Lovers and the Queen of Pentacles. So right off the bat, the Lovers. This could definitely indicate that an old love, an old flame is coming back into your life. The Lovers card represents love, it's romance, it's that person who you feel like you have a connection with. This can be a hot and heavy type of romance. This can also be someone who you can be intimate with them, you can be vulnerable with them, you feel like you can just be your true authentic self. And with Mercury retrograde, this could be an ex coming back. So just know that yes, we have the Lovers card, but be mindful, just because that person came back into your life, make sure they actually mean what they say and say what they mean, okay? It's okay to talk to an ex again, but make sure they actually have changed. Make sure they actually have done the work, and make sure you have changed. You have done the work, okay? This card represents marriage, authenticity, loving yourself enough to tend to the garden of your life until it starts to bear some fruit. And I find that incredibly interesting because here in the Queen of Pentacles, it's literally that energy. This is sitting in your garden, this nourishing, graceful, bountiful energy. This is physical beauty. This is taking care of yourself. So maybe revisit with this Mercury retrograde energy, revisit how you tend to your physical body, how you tend to your physical home, your space. You maybe want to, you know, start a new diet regimen or a new exercise regimen. Not a good time to start playing with your hair in terms of dyeing your hair. Although Peach, I'm sorry, I know you literally dyed your hair today, but that's already like part of your lore, that you are like a hair chameleon. If it's something that's already part of your lore, it's fine. But it's like doing brand new, crazy, drastic things. That's when it's like, girl, it is just the retrograde barking at you, okay? But this is homemaking. This is literally nourishing your home. So how can you make your home even more inviting? Maybe you do a little bit of summer cleaning instead of spring cleaning. Maybe you revisit some old boxes, some old shelves, dust things, throw things away, revisit what's in your closet and your wardrobe, the cupboards of your kitchen, address that junk drawer, like no judgment, but just reassess these things to see how they can be addressed. And also reassess your home in a way of like, if you're single and you want to invite love into your life, you need to clear up part of your bed. Ooh, we have a few cards. We have 3 cards that flew out. If you are single and you want to invite romantic love into your life, you need to maybe clear out part of your closet so that someone could move in, you know, sleep on one side of the bed, etc., etc. So 3 cards flew out. Ooh, girl. Okay. So first and foremost, we have the King of Swords. And swords represents the intellect. It represents our thoughts, our speech. And the King of Swords is the highest card of this suit. And this represents being honest with yourself, being really truthful, using logic, being sharp, decisive wisdom when you make your decisions. So especially this is being placed next to the Lovers card. Really be honest with yourself of like, do you want to be in relationship with this person? And if you are already in a committed relationship, are you reassessing, reevaluating where you stand with your partner right now? Are you actually happy being in a relationship with this person? And be so brutally honest with yourself. This is being able to rise above your emotions to make a logical decision. And it's very interesting that along with the King of Swords, we then have the Queen of Cups. And Cups represents our emotions, our feelings, and the Queen of Cups specifically represents that therapist, that tarot reader, that psychic. It is tapping into the highest form of your emotions possible to use your intuition in this deep way of just like, maybe this isn't the best choice for me. And it's using your intuition, using your logic to really reevaluate your home life with the Queen of Pentacles and your love life with the Lovers card. This is having deep emotional awareness, using your imagination. This is being able to tap into your emotional depths to nurture and act with compassion and empathy. So this is literally being able to, on one side, be really logical and like, plus and minus, pro con list type energy. But on the other side, like use your emotions as well and try to find a balance. Easier said than done of like being super logical and being very emotional. But personally, I think that's a good way to evaluate your relationships with the people, places, things in your life. Or this is the black and white like facts of the situation. And then at the end of the day, how do I feel once I make that choice? Because it's like if you're in a toxic relationship, outlining black and white and then being honest, how do you feel? And then lastly, girl, we got the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is also known as the addiction card. This card calls you to walk away in order to gain clarity. This card is having addictive thought patterns to people, habits, maybe even drugs and alcohol. This card wants you to know that you can choose your reaction. You can choose to respond rather than to react to situations regarding your love life or even your home life. This card represents a point of no return. It's a separation card. It represents a change in your priorities. This wants you to know that you should abandon any thoughts of having like regret and see those losses as gains, because you're losing something to make room for something else. Like how can you, for example, going back to your closet, how can you expect to improve your wardrobe or get new clothes if your closet is full of stuff that you haven't worn in how many years? Okay, so girl, this is turning into a spicy ass reading so far. Oh my God. So let's dive a little deeper. So I'm going to be using the Wild Things Oracle. Right. It's pretty cool. Wisdom of the Wild Things Oracle. Oh, a card has fallen out. As always, I will read from the booklet and then we shall get into it. We have number 45, welcome the unwelcome. Those pesky details, that unwelcome news, the nagging, anxious thoughts. They're a tangle of snakes we can't seem to shake. But nothing shows up in our experience that isn't on our side. Challenges happen for you, not to you. They are a gift from your wildling soul self, and their aim is to shape you into the person your soul wanted to become before you arrived on this planet. This can be hard to believe and even harder to embody, but your soul never draws experience to you that can't be used as a transformative process. Changing your perspective is easier than trying to change the world. See your circumstances as temporary guests in your life. As Rumi once said, this being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes from an unexpected visitor. Be grateful for whoever comes because each has been sent as a guide from the beyond. Oh my God. And this is being placed next to the Lovers card and the King of Cups and the Five of Cups. So how can you welcome the unwelcome? How can you use these circumstances that maybe are not ideal, that maybe seem a little bit like, why is this happening to me? It's happening for you. Use it as fortitude. Use these shitty circumstances to compost whatever is going on, to use it as fuel for the life that you want. Because like, let's say you're in a job that you just cannot stand. This will motivate you to get your resume together, to look for other work, to hone your skills, to do things that you normally would not have done if you were really comfortable. Growth doesn't occur when you're comfortable. Oh, a card has fallen out. Growth occurs when we expand our boundaries. Ooh, we have cultivate story. You are made of moonlight and stories. The night and its wildling creatures know this. When you need a change in your narrative, seek their counsel. Some stories lift you up, encouraging your potential and inherent magic. Other stories limit, diminish, or destroy your worth. You are being asked right now to consider which stories you're listening to and which ones you're telling. Telling yourself a story of empowerment will bring a surge of energy. Notice how your shoulders relax, your breath deepens, your heart warms. Telling yourself a story of scarcity or disempowerment leaves you tight, small, and cramped. While we are very selective about the books we read and the stories we watch on film, we are far less selective about the stories we tell ourselves. Ooh. Now is the time to question the narratives you are allowing into the ear of your spirit. Choose the helpful ones. Yeah. What stories do you tell yourself about your home life? What stories do you tell yourself about money? What stories do you tell yourself about your love life? Do you tell yourself stories of scarcity? Or do you tell yourself stories of being able to overcome boundaries? Stories of motivation, stories of letting you know that, like, okay, yeah, this may be your circumstances, but you can get past it. It's so much about mindset. Like, even just reframing, instead of saying, oh, I can't afford that, instead of saying, you know what, I'm not budgeting for that right now. It's a simple mental shift in how you reword things. I am such a proponent that words are spells and songs are spells. That's why there are certain songs I won't sing. Like, okay, love Doechii. Her anxiety song, I'm not singing that out loud. I'm not putting that into the universe for myself. SZA, that song about like, I'd rather be in jail than alone. Girl, love me some SZA bad. I'm not singing that. So just even, what do you tell yourself about work? Oh, I'm not gonna get that job. Oh, I don't know, that person's not interested in me, or that. Who made the rules? You do what you want, boo. Girl. Hold up. We got the witch hunter. Danger. We in danger. Be mindful. Negative speech about ourselves is a dangerous thing. It really is. So, some key words here: betrayal, danger, jealousy, the need for protection. The tarot companion card is the 5 of Wands. This card is as ominous as it seems. Receiving it means there is someone in your personal orbit who wishes you harm. A co-worker might be attempting to sabotage your work, or a friend might be spreading vicious gossip. In some rare cases, receiving this card may also be a sign that a curse or a hex has been placed upon you, and you should take the steps to protect yourself. If you already suspect someone, this card is confirmation that you are right to be cautious and to be mindful. Be mindful of what you do and say around this person, and take extra care to validate paperwork or do more research before making any commitments. If your reading is about money or career, pulling this card is a sign of potential financial trouble. Consider passing on this opportunity, as it could lead to a loss in abundance or reputation. Girl, so did someone immediately come to mind? And let's pull a little bit more about this to see. And remember, Mercury retrograde, one of the themes is people coming back into your life. So notice if that person coming back into your life, what their intentions are in trying to talk to you. If their intentions are pure, if they want something from you, if they're trying to manipulate you. Let's dive a little deeper to see what else is going on here, because oh my God. Oh my God. What the we got deception, girl. So oh my God. So the tarot, okay. Type in the comments, who's going through it? Girl, I can't think of no one in my life, thankfully. At least I don't think so. So who's going through it right now? Girl, so cloak and dagger, key words: scheming, deception, escapism, sabotage, protecting yourself. The tarot companion card is the 7 of Swords. Beware of the company you keep. For someone or something with a charming exterior means you harm. Receiving this card is your warning to double check everything before agreeing to anything. Someone may be attempting to deceive you and is playing a duplicitous game. Even someone with their best of intentions can hurt you if they use manipulation and lies to convince you to do what they think is the best. Take extra precautions in the coming days and weeks and protect yourself and your energy as much as you can. Keep an eye out for signs your energy is being drained by others. If you experience fatigue, agitation, nervousness, or low mood that cannot be explained, you may be the victim of someone else's energetic schemes. Girl, someone is scheming and scamming. Did someone come to mind? Hold on, I'm gonna place this card next to the fucking witch hunter. Okay, let's keep going with this deck. What is going on here on this day? Oh my God. Who is going through it? Who is scheming and scamming? Be mindful. And Mercury is like a little trickster planet as well. And Mercury retrograde, I mean, literally just people not being clear with their words, people not being clear with their speech. Please be mindful of anyone out here trying to harm you. Let's see. Oh my God. I mean, honestly though, we can use this King of Swords energy to literally cut through the bullshit using logic, using truth, wisdom, integrity. Those are all key words of the King of Swords energy, and it is above the Witch Hunter Danger card and the Cloak and Dagger Deception card. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Period. Oh, this is crazy. So we got this card that came out is number 31. It's being placed next to another card that is already number 31 from a different deck. So this is called Invocations. Keywords, the power of words. Kindness matters. The tarot companion card is the Page of Swords. Invocations and songs have been used for centuries in spells and ritual workings. Our ancestors knew the power of words and what they could be used to bring about joyous results. What were we just saying about the power of our words? About how certain songs can be spells that invoke maybe some not great things into your life. Okay. Chants invoke lightheartedness, make a hard day's work just a little easier, restore faith in times of sorrow, and connect entire communities. But words can also be used in harmful ways. Words can curse, bind, and direct negative energy to others. Your thoughts and words have a vibration just like everything else in the universe. What you say and think matters, both to others and to yourself. Your words have power that can bring about incredible abundance, love, joy, and a beautiful perspective. Self-criticism, however, is hurtful and can keep you trapped in stories and ideas that limit your growth and even reverse your fortune in extreme cases. What you say to others can be just as harmful for you as them. Think back to some moments when you chose meanness over kindness or anger over calm. Do you believe it hurt the other person? Did it feel good for you to say some of the things that you said? Invocations guide you to be mindful of the words you send out into the universe, whether through speech or thought. You don't need to police your thoughts or criticize yourself when your words aren't positive, but you can take notice and choose something positive instead. It will take some time, but with some practice, you'll learn to choose love-filled communication, and your entire vibration and situation will shift. Girl, we literally were just saying the power of our words, and it's right next to the card Cultivate Story, which is literally about the story that we tell ourselves, the words that we tell ourselves. That's insane that these two cards are right next to each other, and they're from completely different decks, and they're both number 31. A card has just flipped out. I'm overwhelmed. Like, girl. Okay. So the card that has fallen out, the Blood Trail. Some key words: magnificence, lineage, connecting to something greater. The tarot companion card is the Six of Wands. Close your eyes and imagine how many people and generations had to occur for you to be alive today. Woo! Your ancestral lineage goes back for thousands of years, all the way back to the first woman and man. And within all of those generations were every kind of person you can imagine. Business owners, teachers, rebels, revolutionaries, inventors, heroes, healers, hunters, gatherers, maybe even royalty, all coming together, sharing their blood to form one magnificent being, you. You are connected to something greater than just yourself and have the strength, wisdom, and glory of all of your ancestors backing you up. Do not doubt how powerful your existence is. Through blood trial, you have the DNA of any kind of person you wish to be. It doesn't matter how far removed your ancestors are, they have offered their greatness to you through your familial ties and will support you in your efforts to achieve all of your dreams. If you have felt lost or confused, insecure or vulnerable, reach out to your ancestors and ask them to share their collective power with you. When you are troubled, give your worries to them and ask them to clear your path. And when you are experiencing joy, rejoice with them. Thank them for their strengths and talents they have offered you through the blood flowing through your veins. Pulling this card serves as a hello from your ancestors and an invitation to commune with them more often. If you don't really have one, build an altar in their honor and spend time at the sacred space in the coming weeks. Notice how you experience more clarity and direction as you spend more time with your ancestors. I love that. Ancestral work is so powerful, especially, you know, as a Black woman. My ancestors, you know, were stolen. So tuning in with them, sometimes they are obviously rightfully mad and vengeful, but they overcame so much. Like, just really think about, like, however you identify, if you're LGBTQ, if you're a woman, if you're POC, which most of our community, the Coven, is, how far our ancestors had to come for us to even have access to have phones or computers or Wi-Fi, or to be able to have jobs to pay for these things. The fact that I'm even here on this freaking Wi-Fi network to talk to y'all is crazy. And like, I have so much gratitude for it. So tap into your ancestral lineage. An altar can be anything. It could be a shelf in your windowsill. It could be something on your bookcase. Maybe put a candle, flowers, pictures of an elder. If you have that, whatever it is, to tap in and just kind of connect with them and see like what gentle nudges you get to do certain things in your life. So my YouTube fam, this is part one of the reading. Part two is over on patreon.com/the Barista Witch. Head on over, subscribe at the $5 level. It's just $5. That's cheaper than a cup of coffee. And you will get access to part two of this Mercury retrograde video, and also get access to the Mercury retrograde PDF guide, where I have an explanation as to what it means, what it is, and how it will affect you specifically based on your rising sign, because that is what we do in my lineage of Jyotish Vedic astrology. And I love you so much, and I will include at the end of this video a picture of what the spread looks like so you can have it, and then head on over to Patreon to get the full video. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.